Now, folks, pull up a chair, grab your favourite drink, and let's get into it. Because the meltdowns taking place in London and across the British tabloid media right now are off the absolute charts. It is time to check in on the usual suspects. Somebody check on Charlotte Griffith. Somebody check on the royal rota. Better yet, let's send a paramedic team over to check on Prince William. Because if rumour serves us right, steam is literally pouring out of his ears right now. Why, you ask? Because once again, Prince Harry and Meghan have walked into the international spotlight, completely stolen the show, and reminded the entire world what authentic, effortless charisma looks like. All without asking Buckingham Palace for permission, without spending a single dime of UK taxpayer money, and without needing a calculated PR team to stage a single second of it. Let's break down exactly what happened that has sent the anti-Sussex brigade into a total tailspin. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, made a stunning guest judge appearance on MasterChef Australia. Now, we already know that Meghan is a massive foodie. Long before she ever walked down the aisle at St George's Chapel, she was writing about food, cooking and lifestyle on the TIG. She knows her way around a kitchen, she respects culinary craft, and she knows how to connect with real people. On MasterChef Australia, she was in her absolute element, warm, encouraging, grounded, and engaging with home cooks who were battling out their culinary dreams. The contestants were thrilled, the judges were glowing, and behind-the-scenes staff even leaked to the press afterward that Meghan was an absolute dream to work with, travelling with a tiny team, showing genuine kindness to every single crew member and demonstrating pure professionalism from start to finish. But then, the moment happened. Right in the middle of tasting the contestants' creations, a production assistant walks up and hands Meghan a phone. Who's on the other end? None other than her husband, Prince Harry, calling in live from Canberra, Australia, where he was spending his day meeting with military veterans. And what does Harry say the second the screen lights up? "Hi, my love." Meghan beams, turning the phone around to show the room. "My husband's here." Harry, with that iconic, unscripted, cheeky charm of his, pops up on screen. "What's going on? Have I interrupted something?" The whole room bursts into laughter and applause. The judges are stunned. The contestants are literally hyperventilating. One cook yelled out, "Oh my gosh, just when you think you're at the peak, we're FaceTiming Prince Harry." Meghan shows Harry the set, introduces him to the contestants, Juvia, Aaron, Vinny, Casper and Petro, and gives him a little glimpse of the incredible food they're tasting. She even pokes fun at his British palate, pointing to a fiery Indonesian sambal hot sauce and teasingly saying, "I think it might be too much for you. It's spicy." Harry smiles, wishes everyone well, thanks them for taking care of his wife, and says, "All is well here. I'll see you later." Meghan wraps up the call with a simple, genuine, "Love you, talk to you later, bye," before turning to the room with a shake of her head and saying, "He's a charmer, isn't he?" It was 90 seconds of pure, unscripted, organic joy. There was no formal protocol. There were no palace aides hovering in the background with clipboard checklists. There were no rehearsed awkward speeches written by 80-year-old courtiers who haven't stepped foot in the real world since 1975. It was just a madly in love, supportive husband checking in on his brilliant wife while they were both working hard on their respective projects across Australia. And that is precisely why the royal rota and the haters are losing their absolute minds. Think about it. What did we see across X, formerly Twitter, the second this clip dropped? The internet erupted. Supporters everywhere were celebrating the sheer natural chemistry between Harry and Meghan. People were posting, "Since Prince Harry made a surprise call to his wife on the set of MasterChef Australia, I am asking if someone can check on Charlotte Griffith. Actually check on the entire rota and Prince William. Because let's speak uncomfortable truths here. The royal institution and their mouthpieces in the UK press cannot handle the fact that Harry and Meghan don't need the royal machinery to command global attention. For years, the British media fed the public a tired narrative. Oh, without the palace, they'll fade into obscurity. Without the titles, nobody will care. Yet here we are. Every time Harry and Meghan step out, whether it's supporting wounded warriors through the Invictus Games, advocating for mental health, or dropping into a primetime television show, the viewing numbers hit the roof. The global audience tunes in by the millions. Meanwhile, what is happening back in the UK? Prince William and the royal family are staging stiff, highly controlled photo ops, trying desperately to figure out how to generate a fraction of the organic modern enthusiasm that Harry and Meghan produce by simply picking up a phone. As one commenter brilliantly stated on social media, Meghan and Harry have won. The rotas, the palaces, and the heir and his wife are all asking the exact same question. What do we need to do to get the Sussex level of acclaim? And the answer is simple: actually do the work and actually be authentic. Look at the difference in media reaction. If William called Kate on a live TV broadcast, the British press would be penning poetry about it for 3 consecutive weeks. Front pages of the Daily Mail and the Telegraph would be blaring a modern fairy tale, Prince William's swoon-worthy romance showcased live. They would call it groundbreaking. They would call it modern royalty at its finest. But when Harry calls Meghan, oh, cue the desperate, bitter royal rota commentators running to their television studios to claim it was a PR stunt or attention-seeking. Charlotte Griffith and her colleagues immediately start churning out hot takes, trying to cope with the fact that 2 people who walked away from the golden cage are living their absolute best lives, completely unbothered, wildly successful, and deeply in love. The haters in the comment sections try to cope by claiming, "Oh, William doesn't care about a D-list actress." Oh, really? Is that why every single move Harry and Meghan make is met with frantic emergency meetings at the palace? Is that why every time the Sussexes make an appearance, official royal social media accounts suddenly drop behind-the-scenes footage or random announcements 30 minutes later to try and steal the news cycle? It is pure jealousy. It is classic projection. They cannot stand the fact that Harry chose his wife, chose his family, and chose his freedom over her cast and crew with her genuine warmth, and hosted a television moment that had viewers smiling around the world. What makes the MasterChef moment so iconic isn't just the surprise phone call, it's what it represents. It represents a healthy, thriving partnership. Harry was in Canberra honouring military veterans, a cause he has dedicated his life to long before and long after leaving royal duties. Meghan was in Melbourne highlighting food culture and supporting local creators. They were both doing what they do best, connecting with real communities. And in the middle of their busy schedules, Harry takes a quick 2-minute break to call his wife just to see how her day is going and say, "I love you." That isn't PR. You cannot buy that kind of warmth. You cannot fake that kind of natural connection. And that is what terrifies the establishment, because for decades the royal machine relies on the illusion that duty requires coldness, that marriage is a business transaction, and that the crown comes before human happiness. Harry and Meghan shattered that outdated playbook. They showed that you can be impactful, professional, and world-changing while putting your spouse and your children first. So, to all the critics, to the bitter royal reporters, to the tabloids churning out daily nonsense, keep watching, because every time you try to tear down Harry and Meghan, you only make them more beloved on the global stage. The contrast couldn't be clearer. On one side, you have an outdated institution relying on media leaks, petty rivalries, and stage publicity. On the other side, you have Harry and Meghan, free, flourishing, joyful, and effortlessly captivating hearts across the globe. The MasterChef Australia cameo was just another reminder that no matter how much noise the critics make, Harry and Meghan have already won. They are living their truth, building their legacy, and having a blast while doing it. What did you think of Harry's surprise call on MasterChef? Did it make you smile as much as it made the royal rota squirm? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I read every single one. If you love unfiltered, unapologetic truth that defends Harry and Meghan against tabloid hypocrisy, please smash that like button right now. More importantly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and join our growing family. We are building a powerful community here that speaks truth to power and celebrates real love and real courage. Thank you so much for watching. Keep supporting the Sussexes, and I will see you all in the very next video. Peace and love.